You may have heard that Dodo the donkey became a king, but do you know how he gets scared in the forest when he suddenly sees a strange shadow with his tiny steps and wobbly belly? Yes, the same Dodo who screams at the smallest noise and makes the whole forest laugh. But now a big secret is hidden. Will Dodo be able to solve this mystery of the stolen food? Or will the crown slip into someone else's hands? Last time, the simple, cheerful, slightly naive donkey of the forest, Dodo, saved everyone's lives and became the king. But becoming a king for a donkey isn't easy. The story begins on a bright morning. The sun peeked from behind the mountains. The birds were singing gently, and King Dodo was stretching lazily on his throne. Ah, what a soft throne! I think if I sit here long enough, I'll become much wiser. Dodo smiled, because the truth was, Dodo was still the same old Dodo. Only his seat had changed. Just then, Ely the elephant entered. Your Majesty, some animals of the forest have come with complaints. Ely always spoke softly. Dodo immediately jumped up. Complaints? Oh, yes, kings are supposed to handle those. Ely nodded and walked out. Dodo followed her towards the forest complaint spot, the place where animals brought their issues. First came Momo the monkey, completely panicked. King Dodo, our dates are falling into the river. Tell us what to do. Dodo thought for a moment, then confidently said, very easy. Teach the dates how to swim. Momo blinked. Swim? Dates? But then he laughed. All right, King, we'll try. Next came Benny the little deer. King Dodo, there's a big rock in front of our house. We can't get past it. Dodo imagined the rock seriously, then said with a smile, That's wonderful. That rock is your guard. Which deer gets a guard? Benny looked confused, then burst out laughing too. Dodo's solutions didn't always work, but they always made everyone smile. Ely watched, shaking her head, yet smiling warmly. That was Dodo, simple but pure-hearted. While the complaints continued, suddenly Chitter the parrot came flying, breathless. King, there's a big, very big problem. Food is disappearing. Dodo froze. Food? Everyone's? Chitter nodded quickly. Yes, food from some animals' homes is missing. There's a thief, a very quiet one. Ellie lifted her trunk worriedly. This is serious, Dodo. The lighthearted mood turned tense. Dodo took a deep breath. All right, King Dodo will solve this case. Slowly, I can't run fast. Momo shouted from far. That's fine, I can run. A little humor returned to the air. To catch the thief, Dodo formed a team. Momo, nervous but fast. Benny, gentle and observant. Chitter, talks nonstop. And Dodo, well, himself. Ellie warned, be careful, anything can happen. And so the four of them walked into the deeper forest. Sunlight filtered through the trees. The air felt strangely quiet. Benny whispered, King Dodo, what if the thief is very big? Dodo tried to sound brave. I'm big too. Look how big my belly is. Momo burst into laughter. The tension eased a little. In one part of the forest, they stopped. Benny found a tuft of torn grass. Momo found footprints, long, deep, scary ones. Chitter shrieked, oh my goodness! These look like the steps of a big animal. Dodo inhaled deeply. Let's see. A king shouldn't be scared. Not too much. A little fear is okay. Momo said, King, you can also lead from behind. Dodo replied instantly, Yes, good idea. You go first. And the team moved on. The sunlight dimmed. The trees grew thicker. Suddenly, A shadow moved on the left. Long, sleek, slowly gliding forward. Benny's heartbeat raced. Chitter's mouth shut. For the first time ever, the shadow stopped, as if staring. Momo whispered, It looks like a panther's shadow. Dodo's color drained. Panther? Panther? Which panther? The wild one? The shadow stepped closer. Dodo, out of reflex, let out a scream. Hee-haw! The shadow froze, then silently stepped back and disappeared. Momo gasped. King, your scream scared it away. Dodo puffed his chest. I told you, I'm brave. Sometimes the screams just come out. Their fear faded slightly, but the suspense remained, moving forward. Benny spotted something behind a bush. Peels, fruit pieces, and little yellow banana marks. Momo's eyes widened. Bananas? But bananas were missing from our trees. Dodo bent down and sniffed the pieces. These are fresh, meaning the thief was just here. Chitter blurted, Then the thief must be a monkey, 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 monkey. Momo quickly covered his mouth. I'm not the thief. Dodo gently said, We won't blame anyone. We'll find the truth first. The team felt encouraged again. Their king was simple but fair. A few steps ahead, they stalked again. The leaves of a tree were shaking. Something moved. Momo climbed up to check and then froze. Up there, 2 little monkeys were hiding, with bananas, berries, and food from other animals. Momo shouted, Oh no, you two! You stole all this? The little monkeys panicked. We're sorry. We didn't mean anything bad. We were just collecting food for a surprise party for our friends. We didn't know it was wrong. Dodo looked up at them, 2 tiny monkeys, trembling, scared, but with no bad intentions. His face softened. You're here. Stealing is never right, even for a good reason. The little monkeys lowered their heads. Please forgive us, King. Dodo smiled. I forgive you, but next time, no secrets. Deal? They nodded quickly. Happiness returns to the forest. Back at the clearing, all the animals were gathered. They looked worried. As soon as Dodo arrived, Momo announced, King Dodo caught the thieves. But they weren't dangerous animals, just 2 little monkeys. Smiles returned to everyone's faces. Ellie stepped forward. King Dodo, you showed great wisdom. Dodo blushed. I didn't do anything. I just screamed a little. The whole forest burst into laughter. And with that laughter and peace, episode 2 ends. But in the final scene, far away, behind the thick trees, the same dark shadow appears again. The shadow's return leaves suspense for episode 3.